EGGO lapidary. My name is Eli Ganim, and today actually I got a request from Matt Kermani, and he wants to know about how to charge the lap. Well, charging laps is different type of laps that you can charge, and today I'm gonna just concentrate on one type of lap, which is the uh, copper lap. Now, copper lap, it's very different than any other lap because copper itself is soft material. And the biggest problem here with charging these laps is when you put the diamond in without burnishing the surface, the diamond particle will be depressed in very quickly when you're doing your facets. So if you're polishing your facets and you're trying to go on top of it, what's going to happen is the particles of diamond will get deeper in, and all you're going to have is streaks of copper on your facet. And this is one of the problems that most people face, and due to that, they just don't want to use it. Now, the trick to this one here is to burnish the lap or burnish the surface of the copper and makes it, in other words, you got to make it harder. So when you put the diamond on top of it, it will go in, but it will not be depressed deep that all you're going to end up with just the copper surface on the top. So let me show you how that's done, and I hope you like it. If you have any question or any comment, please let me know. Also, don't forget to subscribe on my channel so you get more information about the lapidary. So stay tuned, and I'll be back with you to show you how to charge the copper lap. Okay, so here is the copper lap. This one here I made myself, which is half-inch aluminum base plate, and I bonded the copper plate on top of it. Then it's machined parallel to the base. Now you could buy these outside, so you don't have to make them. I made them because I had the material ready for me, and I like to make my own, so that's what I did. Now, as I said, the copper is kind of soft, so the first thing we're going to need is to harden the surface by burnishing it. And here's what's going to happen. Put it on your machine, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock it and then use WD-40. So you take the WD-40 and just spray it around, and swipe it off like that. Now what you need to do is you could use what it's called Nordic stick. Nordic stick, you could buy it, but what I use is I use corundum instead. And this is a piece of corundum, man-made corundum, which is hard enough to burnish my copper lap. You could do another thing, which you could use a roller bearing, and you could actually burnish it with that. But most people don't have the luxury to have this available. This one also I made myself. So you could buy these and make them also. But just for the sake of showing you how it's done, and you could use a piece of corundum, and it will do the job for you. So now you turn your lap. Actually, I'm going to put it on low speed. So you turn it low, and what you need to do is you got to go from the inside to the outside and apply pressure to it. So you're going from the inside to the outside, and keep doing that. And what's happening here is you're pressing the copper, and by doing that you're hardening the surface. So I'm going to be doing this one a few times. So right now I've it feels like it's sticking a little bit. So what I'm going to add a little bit of WD-40, just a little squirt, and that will do it. Just go over it again. So you're going from the center to the outside, apply some pressure to it. What we're going to do right now is clean the surface. So you just get a towel, add some WD-40. Okay, and run it around, and what we're going to use a towel just to clean it. See how dirty that is? Okay, once you do that, then we're going to repeat the same thing again, one more time. So we're going to add WD-40. Take your corundum and also go back and forth from the center to the outside. Have pressure on it. Okay, once that is done, what we're going to do is we're going to take the copper lap, and now we need to clean it. So we're going to use soap and water. We're going to use soap and water and to clean all that out. Okay, and then what we're going to do also, you take the Scotch Brite, and I think I have it here somewhere. So here's the Scotch Brite, and I'm going to use a piece of it, and what you do is you go all over and clean it with that after you clean it with the soap. So now I'm going to take it to the sink, clean it with soap and water, and then bring it back here. Okay, now this lap, I washed it with soap and water, brought it back here, and did the same thing to re-burnish it a second time. Then I washed it with soap and water again, and now I'm going to use the Scotch Brite to clean it up again. So I'm using soap and water. Use some water here. Okay, that's good enough. I'll clean all that. I'm just going to put it on high speed just to get all the water off. Now, after burnishing the surface of the copper, and we know it's nice and hard, we're gonna start charging it. And today what I'm going to do, I'm going to charge it with 50,000 grit of diamond. In order to do that, you're going to need crystal lube. So with the crystal lube, if you don't have crystal lube, you could use olive oil. It will do the same work. So what you need here to do is just put some crystal lube around and use your finger to get it all around like that. So take a toothpick and dip it into the diamond, and we're going to add a few around, just like that. I think the oil also will help bring some in. So next thing is you need to do is use your finger and wipe it, smear it around all over the lap. And we have it all over. What we're going to need is to press it on the lap again using the same corundum piece that I used before. Now this one I cleaned it already, so this is clean, soap and water, and now all I have to do is just press it along this one here, the surface. So again, we're going from inside to the outside and back. By doing this, we're pressing the diamond on the copper lap. Now if you have a machine that you can reverse it, so do that also. So you could go clockwise and counterclockwise. If you feel it dragging like this, then you can hear it. What we're going to do is we're going to add just a couple of drops of crystallite, or if you're using oil, then you could use oil. So I'm going to put a couple of drops here. So now what I'm going to do is just use a towel and clean it or buff it. Cleaning the side, and basically that's all there is to it. So now this lap is already charged and you can use it. Now if you see, well, you're working and then you notice that after a while there's some copper streaks comes on your facet, then that's time to recharge again. And to recharge it, it's exactly the same what we did in the last operation. You clean it all up, wipe it off, clean it with soap and water, bring it back in, add the crystal lube oil, and add some diamond. Make sure you mark up your lap with what kind of diamond or what size diamond you put in, what size grit. It's very important because after a while, if you don't mark it up and you forgot, it becomes a problem. So mark it up, clean it. The second time you're going to recharge the lap, you don't need as much diamond as the first time. That's what we did today. So you're going to need a little bit less. And that's all there is to it. So it is so simple. And like I mentioned before, copper, if you don't do it right the first time, that's why most people have problem with it and they don't like to use it. It's because you get that streak of copper on your facet. But burnish it, make the surface hard enough so the diamond particles stays on top of it, even though it will be stuck in, but they're not going to go as deep below the surface. Okay, good luck with your laps.